$700 for a few lights? Screw this. I got a better idea. Hello YouTube, and welcome to the first episode of Cinematography Made Simple, the show dedicated to teaching you how to become a better cinematographer and overall filmmaker. This week, we'll be discussing lighting on a budget. Some professional lighting setups can cost almost $1,000 for just 3 lights and some stands, and frankly, that's ridiculous. These kits may work very well and be sturdy, but you can get a lot more with that money if you spend it wisely. My lighting setup costs about $75, and it can be even cheaper too depending on what you're doing. So, let's get into the gear I use. We'll start with my most expensive light and get into the cheap stuff. My most expensive light is the Yongnuo YN160, which is amazing for its price. It's about $50 from Amazon, but I got mine for only $40 off of eBay. This also happens to be my favorite light because not only does it run off of batteries so it doesn't need an extension cord, but it's also dimmable and comes with 4 different filters to help match the color temperature of my other lights. Or not if I'm going for a specific look, like in my short film Rewind. You'll see that in this scene here, I used a CTB filter on my YN160 to give the blue look on my actor's right side. Enough about color temperature though, that's next episode. Here's some more about the light. It runs off 6 AA batteries, or it can run off of a camera battery. This light is perfect for indoor and outdoor use since it doesn't have to plug in anywhere, and it won't get hot since it runs off of LEDs. I plan on buying a few more of these in the future and making them the main part of my light setup. My next most expensive piece of gear is a 500 watt halogen work light that I use that only costs about $10. It's very cheap considering how much light it gives off. However, this is also my least favorite light for several reasons. It's great for things like a backlight since it's so strong, but since it's a halogen light, it gets very hot very fast, so you have to be very careful with it. It also isn't easily mountable to a light stand, and it will require an extension cord for you to plug it in with. Overall, I really like the power I can get from this light though. The last real light that I use is called a can light. The versatility of these is great considering they're around $7, and you can use whatever light bulb you want in it. You may be thinking, why don't I just get a normal light bulb and a socket instead of having to buy the can light? Well, the answer to that is because of the dish shape, it helps reflect and focus the light onto one area. And the light also has a clamp on it, so you can clamp it pretty much anywhere you want. Those may be the only lights I own, but I have more lighting gear. For example, extension cords are an essential piece of lighting equipment. You'll often find yourself with no outlet close enough to where you want to put the light, so you'll want a few of these in different sizes. Another piece of gear I use only costs me $2, but is one of my favorite pieces of gear. It's a white foam core board. What? How is that lighting gear? Well, it can be used as a reflector, either outdoors or indoors. You can either bounce a light already on your subject off of this to fill in shadows, or you can just aim a light directly at the board for a more softer, diffused look. I absolutely love these and always take them with me to shoots. In terms of light stands, I honestly don't own any. Of course, it would be useful to own a couple, but at this point, I don't own any and won't be using any in these videos. For my light stands, I'll use basically whatever will work. Be it a chair, the beams in my basement, or even my tripod leg. Yes, I've used that before. So now you've seen the light gear I'll be using in these tutorials. It's all very cheap and any beginning filmmaker should be able to afford these. Next week we'll have an episode on color temperature. What it is, what those numbers representing it mean, and more importantly, how it applies to your films. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you want to stay up to date with my tutorials. Thanks for watching, now get back to filming. Also, I just wanted to make the announcement that as you can tell, these episodes won't be coming out every Sunday. I'll be releasing these episodes every fortnight, so every other Sunday you can expect a new episode of Cinematography Made Simple. Thanks, bye.